Rearing up, each reveals its two-pronged penis.
Hey, what you watching there? We're talking about weird worm boinking today, so I'd probably stick around. Today's star is the Flatworm, with guest appearances from Hermaphrodite, Penile Fencing, and Intradermal Hypodermic Insemination.
Also known as traumatic insemination.
Flatworms aren't your cup of tea, though. That is a-okay. If we can get this video, though, to, let's say, 100 likes, I'll do my next video on lobsters and their jet-style, sexy-time mood-setting face urination. Back to the flatworm, though, we're going to be talking about their dingling, which for them is either a sharp or hooked, extendable sword-like appendage, as a wiggle worm, just for fun. Also, everything in this video doesn't apply to all flatworms, but it does apply to a lot of them. Anyway, flatworms that engage in penile fencing are hermaphrodites, which means that they produce both sperm and eggs. So when these flatworms are out wandering the sea looking for mates, and they happen to stumble upon one of their species, it is game on. They extend their wiggle worms and they duel it out. This is where the term penile fencing comes in, because they're basically just sword fighting with their wiggle worms, trying to be the deliverer of the sperm, not the recipient. Why would you want to be the deliverer and not the recipient? That is an excellent question. The energy and parental investment that is required to carry and produce a bunch of eggs is significantly higher than it is to, be a deadbeat dad and flee. Now, there are some species of flatworms that don't do the whole penile fencing thing, but instead engage in what's called bilateral sperm transfer, where basically they just impregnate each other. But today we are talking about unilateral sperm transfer, whereby the worms fight with each other for the right to be the deadbeat dad. So they have their little duel, and then the winner is the one that pierces the other one's skin with their wiggle worm and injects sperm into their body. This is called intradermal hypodermic insemination, or traumatic insemination. And it's not just the flatworms. There are other species of invertebrates like bed bugs that also engage in this through the skin seed delivery, where basically the female, or in our case just the loser of the duel, has the sperm injected through their skin or exoskeleton and just put into their body, where that sperm then dissipates through the hemolymph. Essentially blood in vertebrates version. And eventually through that hemolymph makes its way to the eggs for fertilization. In some species, they can actually store the sperm from multiple matches before laying eggs. And in some other species, if they fail to find a sparring partner, they can actually engage in self-fertilization. And in case you were wondering, in those instances, yeah, they pretty much just stab themselves with their wiggle worm and inseminate themselves that way. What fun. In either case, the eggs are then laid, they turn into babies, who then come out for their own wiggle worm fight sesh. If you liked this discussion on penile fencing and flatworm mating, there's a like and subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that, and leave a comment down below if there's any other weird animal scootily pooping habits you would like me to cover next.
A successful strike, and sperm is injected into the rival.